And we're live. Good morning, New York. Testing. 3, 2, 1. Good morning. Buenos dias, señoritas.
What have I walked into?
Good morning.
Morning, guys.
It's breezy. And we shooting it.
Oh, I thought you were literally talking about the weather.
It is breezy.
Yes, the weather is not reflective of how we want to be feeling right now.
No, and let me tell you, it took us. The show almost did not go on this morning. I had to tell you, the show must go on because you were ready to bail.
I was. I had convinced myself that the show needed to come to a screeching halt.
I didn't know that. The weather is really gray and rainy, and it's just that kind of, and you are working more hours, and it's like, so we are having some strategy meetings on how to keep our podcast going because it is such a blast. We love it.
It is so, once we get here, it's super fun.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, could you imagine any of you in your real life fit like most people to fit a podcast, a whole, and then you've got to drive over here. And so we're trying to figure out how we can keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we do it less.
Mm-hmm. Might become bi-weekly or virtual.
Yeah.
We'll have to do some research. But we love doing it and we want to keep doing it. And we love getting comments from you guys and being able to talk with you guys is just so fun.
I know, it's opened up a whole thing.
Yeah.
And it would be very sad. I'll be very sad. But I'm also so, maybe I'm a little too wishy-washy because I'm like, yeah, whatever. But you know what? I actually, this morning, were you surprised? My MO is if you guys or the kids are, have a way, if you want to change course, I was like, great. But, I guess I draw the line with, I had already put fake eyelashes on. And so I literally and let me tell you, I have gone from the first 10 times I put fake eyelashes on. I mean, it looked like a glue bomb went off in the in the bathroom. You got glue everywhere. My eyelashes are on like sideways. And so I still don't want you to, I'm still glad the camera's there and not up close. But I've gotten better.
They look really good. They're like on your lash line. They're not on your eyelid, your eyebrow.
I could tell when I've had them on sometimes. You just are like, I can catch your eye looking at them. I'm like, yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, so I had just put them on. I'm like, that might be the best I've ever executed, the fake eyelash. And then you called me like, hi, should we skip it today?
Yes. And I don't really hear you like disagreeing with me pretty much ever. And I was like, oh, okay. If she's pushing back, then we need to make this happen.
I was like, I just got this getup on.
You did say that.
And not just the eyelashes, but okay. Do you remember The Devil Wears Prada?
Mm-hmm.
That, I don't know why that is one of my favorite movies. Meryl Streep. And do you know the other actress in there? Oh, I'm sorry. She's brilliant. Please put it in the comments. She's very famous. And I loved that movie. And partly because it was about a young woman who's like hard work and ingenuity, like propelled her to success. And then also, I was like, why? Dad didn't know I loved that movie, and he heard someone. It's like Devil Wears Prada 2 is out.
Oh,
sorry. Let's go back. Let's go back. Starting with the scarf and this long linen thing. Okay,
so cute.
Devil Wears Prada 2 is out in the theaters right now.
Gotcha.
And how many times have you ever heard me say, I want to go see that movie? Yeah.
Rarely.
Yeah.
Maybe never.
Maybe never. So I want to go see that movie. And
I think a window just blew out.
it's fairly concerning what we're sitting watching. But the show must go on. I mean, holy cow. Okay, well, if we
If
if
the
we
roof collapses on top of us.
at least you'll know what to do with your scarves. Oh no, we need this information to get out. We need.
These must be our last dying words.
We're in a level 5 tornado, but we're going to tell you what to do with your scarves, people, because we mean business. No. So Devil Wears Prada 2 is coming out, and even though I'm not a big gotta see that movie type of thing, but that's the reason why I love that movie is because number one, the young woman works her butt off and it's recognized and gets her, and that's part of the storyline, which I love. And then the other thing I love is there's this scene where Meryl Streep, someone says something about if they're in the fashion industry and Meryl Streep, someone belittles the fashion industry and it's as shallow and that's important work or whatever. And she goes into this whole diatribe about the psychology of fashion. And it's there's deeper implications to the what we wear. And which I love that too, because we think that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the spaces you're in and the colors you choose and where things that sit, it all connects to your psyche.
That's super interesting.
Yeah.
Was it the psychology of fashion? Is it the way you feel when you get dressed is the way that you present yourself, or what?
Not in that scene. In that scene, she was more talking about how high fashion informs so many things in our society.
Oh.
So it's a different take on that. But yes, but I also, have our own take on it too about the science of, our environment and how it impacts our mental state and whatever. So anyway, on the finally getting to the scarf and the this thing, what do you call this?
A duster.
I think
so.
You know your middle age when you're wearing a duster. Yeah. So in the preview, or they're excuse me, they're doing some marketing for that movie, and Meryl Streep has this gorgeous red duster on, and straight leg black pants and these high heeled red pumps, and she looked amazing.
So are you kind of replicating that?
Trying to.
Aww.
Yeah. So
I love that.
Yeah, and then the scarf. I saw another lady. We keep talking about the scarves thing. So yeah, again, even I would never wear it in my hair. I might wear it like this to.
Yes, people are doing a lot of this.
Are they?
And yeah, it doesn't mess with your noggin.
Yeah, it can be. At first, I thought if I had to do it tightly around my neck, that wouldn't work. But
this is adorable.
Is it?
I think you need to, make it a staple in your wardrobe.
Okay. All right, so I think we've fully exhausted this topic of scarves on this podcast.
We've talked about every possible scarf topic.
I keep asking Dad if he's watched this, but I think he would be bored to tears.
Yeah.
I just saw half our tree in our front yard fall down. We'll just keep talking. You had a fun weekend.
I did. I ran the Crazy Legs. If you guys have ever heard of that, it was an 8K, which is about 5 miles. And I had a goal of running it in a certain amount of time. And then the closer the race got, the further and further away that goal became. And yeah, it was the energy of going into a race is so fun. The music and the adrenaline, and everyone's so excited. So that was really fun. And the first couple miles were enjoyable. And then I got to the end and I wanted to crawl through the finish line.
Really?
I was so exhausted. But felt really good afterwards. I always do post run, but during.
Are you sore today?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I was so sore yesterday and today. My back and which it's just because my body's not used to running. But
Did you meet your goal?
um, I didn't meet my initial goal that I made like 2 months ago, but I met my goal that I had refreshed after I realized I probably wasn't going to meet my first goal. Um, so yeah, it felt good to like prove to myself that I can run because I've always been like, oh, I'm not a runner. I don't really have a runner's build. I always kind of laughed and was like, oh, I could never run. I'm not a runner, but it felt good to challenge my body in a new way.
I love that. I love that for you. Yeah, that's fun. Um, I had a running era. Run is the wrong name for it. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but it was a mini triathlon running era, and I kept getting stubborn about it. I'm like, I can't possibly be this slow. I'm going to run another one just to prove that that one was a fluke. And I just kept getting worse and worse times. And then I trained with a friend. This was half marathons. I trained with a friend, and literally, like, they were packing up the event, and my friend had already won her third place award. They had already done the awards, and I'm like, I'm just, that was the last one. Pure humiliation. I'm just like, what? My dad used to say in basketball, he'd watch me. He's like, it's not that you're slow; it's just you're staying in the same place for too long, or something like that. Like, yeah. So yeah, that was my. I had an era, but now I walk. We were on the phone last night with Zeke, your
Mm-hmm.
brother, and so Zeke and your husband Shane and Dad did an Ironman, and they're training for the Ironman. This could be another part of why I was slow because we were talking about the training, and
Mm-hmm.
I'd be interesting. I'd be interested to know how you approached your training. I guess I don't know for sure, um, because we were laughing about how, like, they're not trained to, they don't even know I'm saying this. This is just between you and me and
Our
our
girls
girls. Yes.
or boys,
Yeah.
our friends.
Their training is like work or a job, and you never call in sick or blow off work. So like they have a training, and it's like an appointment that is set in stone. And I was just saying to them, both of them last night, I'm like, yeah, I had a training schedule too, but it was more like, you know, it was more flexible. And sometimes I did it, sometimes I did it. And I could just see both of them are just like, I mean, what did you expect? Like, yeah. So some people, how serious were you about your training?
I started off strong and then it slowly dwindled down.
Yeah, I have a feeling like I really was, because they were so adamant. I thought, oh, I'm weird, but I think they're weird.
I think they are the weird
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
I think a training schedule is a little bit flexible.
I think so too.
Yeah, depends
Yeah.
on how you feel.
Yeah.
And they might disagree. Um, as they may think my last place finish begs to differ with my theory, but maybe if you didn't want to get last, you should have stuck to. So anyway, that's all we got to say about running. So, did you do anything else crazy this weekend?
I just want to shout out one of our super watchers, Steph. I got to talk with Steph and Kelly this weekend about our podcast. And so I just want to give them their own little moment because you guys are absolutely wonderful and you warm our hearts with
Oh,
your positivity and encouragement.
right. I know we talked about you this morning when we were like, can we keep doing this? You're like, but Steph and Kelly.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so thank you
It's
guys.
so sweet.
It does warm our hearts. Um so I am trying to figure out, I mentioned it last week, just trying to figure out life with a new career. And so what I did all weekend was so fun. I showed properties all weekend and wrote offers all weekend for multiple buyers. And so that's it's kind of a new era
Mm-hmm.
for me. I mean, um, I've had my real estate license for about 14, 15 years. But the whole, yeah, being out there in the field is just it's awesome. So we went and saw properties in southeast Wisconsin, and Wisconsin is so beautiful. I don't know why it's I don't know. And we saw little like cute little towns that I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of cute little farming towns, and really property is very reasonable. If if you want to live in a small town, I mean, really small,
Mm-hmm.
not like 12,000, like 2,000.
Yeah.
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 So that was super fun. And then wrote some offers. But what happens is you just get sucked into the vortex. And I was telling you this morning, I didn't you don't really eat right. I mean, I ate, but I think I ate cookies and, and coffee and cookies, and
Mm-hmm.
didn't even get out of my pajamas yesterday, except for one thing I got to go to. It was a shower where I got to see old friends, which was amazing. But other than that, yeah, just like completely. So the whole thing about anyone who owns their own business, and we own our own business, plus we do real estate. It's like you you crave the flexibility, but the other side of it is you have the privilege of having a flexible schedule. Also, you have the privilege of working 24/7.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just trying to find a balance.
Right, it's unique. And I actually have had the good fortune of getting to watch people I love and know, who I respect, doing this ahead
Mm-hmm.
of me, like Aunt Gail, and so I know I've gotten to watch how they do that. And so it's always just there's a learning curve trying to figure out how to do it. So,
Mm-hmm.
but it's super fun. Oh my gosh. One of the things about I wanted to circle back when we were talking about the psychology of um your environment. And here's why. Excuse me, why I think there's more. It's not just a shallow endeavor to try to create a space that feels cozy and comfortable for your family. Um, we were in a couple of properties, and where they were kind of disastrous
Mm.
and dirty. And I will say, if anybody, um, I can recommend wonderful listing agents, but if anyone listed a home with us, I promise you that is one thing I would never let happen.
Mm-hmm.
Could never list a home um, without getting it at the very least sparkling clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went into a couple of houses that were just in very disrepair, and there could be a complicated situation there. So
Totally.
maybe there was, because that can happen where the agent just didn't have the opportunity to affect the outcome. Like it was like, yeah, this is what my client wants to do, so
Yeah.
my hands are tied. But what was fascinating to me is a couple of the young women that were with us, they were like, one of them like put her coat up over her face when we were in one of them, because it did really stink. And yep, and another one just had to leave, after just a little bit,
Mm.
because it's stressful being in a really dirty, chaotic, stinky environment is stressful.
Yeah.
So I think that, yeah, that's something that I think people take for granted. Like the whole home economics and taking care of your home, it's about a lot more than just spending money on trinkets. It's about just keeping order. There's like a reason why we do it.
That's a really great point. Yeah.
Mhm.
In the mornings I in the mornings I usually can't work out or do anything until my surroundings are like put together. Otherwise, that's the only thing that I can think about. Like I'm hyper focused on it. So that kind of leads to our next topic, which is the put it down or put it away, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Did you tell me about that or did I tell you?
No, that was what I was going to add to it.
What? What?
I was trying to do a really natural segue and I kind of just lost steam in my train of thought. I'm kind of like, okay, Mom, take over here. I don't know what I'm saying.
In the put it down, put it away method.
Which perfectly leads us to a very different topic.
I'm like, oh, I guess we're done talking about what I want to talk about.
Sorry.
I don't even know what I was. No, I probably was flailing.
So sorry.
Wait, put it down. Don't put it down. No, this is not a new thing. It's online. Anybody who's obsessed with reels, as I am, has probably heard that because I saw a young woman talking about it after I saw an elderly lady, like this woman in her 90s, who has always had a pristine house. They interviewed her and they said, how have you kept your house so clean all these years? And she said, because I never have not put something away when I got it out. I'm like, what? And then shortly after that, I heard someone say the mantra, you just have to tell yourself, don't put it down, put it away. Don't put it down, put it. So that's the mantra that I have started.
You do say that a lot.
I do. And guess what? Doing that made me realize I've been blaming dad all these years for our messy house. And I'm like, oh no, I'm the guilty one because I thought that because I'm the one that cleans, I thought I was the one that was, the clean one. But when I started using that mantra, I realized all the times every day, did you, did you just see the lights go out? I tell you, we're brave. We just keep forging ahead. No, I realized all the simple times that I just, pick up a piece of mail and put it on the counter instead of putting it in the plate. And and then I heard a woman say, I'm not going to do that. That's too much work. And I totally get it because if you're not in the habit of it, it's like starting to exercise every day or it feels like, no way, this is impossible. I could never get used to this. But the more I practice it, the easier it's getting. But I mean, even still, I'm like, no, my instinct is never to put it back where I pick it up from. And I think you probably were born just to, like, you probably just innately do that more or less. Or am I wrong?
I think majority of the time, yes. I think it's innate. But there definitely things accumulate throughout the day, which is, I think that's what I was trying to get to earlier, is that in the morning, the things that have accumulated that I haven't put away, or like the blanket on the couch that hasn't been folded, I take care of it right away in the morning.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. And it's just, I guess you have to do a little self-reflection, which,
yeah,
it's not that fun.
no.
But, and we have things have gotten more orderly since I've started saying that mantra. And I mean, I'm not giving dad too much credit because the funny thing is he keeps everything orderly, but I do all the cleaning, like, yeah, the mopping the floors and the vacuuming. And so if I could do both those things, that would be something, but it's always a battle. Very few people, except for this 90-year-old lady that I was fascinated by her. I was like, you have never not put something away where it belonged. So, yeah.
That's incredible.
The other thing too, and this is for my ADHD ladies, take a drink. The other thing is, the reason why we don't put it away is because we're in a fog and you're thinking about something else. So you guys have given me a lot of like as a realtor, we use our vehicles as basically realtor slash house cleaner. We're always carrying all that stuff. So that's the other thing. Don't put it down, put it away. And then also the whole pause thing we were talking about last week. Like I'm always thinking about something else. So I just stuff it in the back of the car.
Mm.
That's true. Because you and Dad have looked in the back of my car and you're like, what is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm trying to just like, maybe you're going to be 30 seconds later than you thought you would, but just stop a minute and think about what you're doing. Don't just jam this in here and,
I think that, yes, that's a great point. And oftentimes when you jam things in like that, maybe you save 30 seconds now, but you're going to waste 30 seconds later when you're trying to pull it out and everything else is falling all around you. Not that that ever happens to you, but
no, no, I've never dropped anything or forgot anything or stuffed something where it didn't belong. No, that was really good. Good.
Oh, thank
Yeah, you
you.
just nail it. You just are whipping out the wisdom, aren't you? Aren't you? I taught you that. That's from our last podcast. I tend to make it about me. So
No, you don't. You've been doing such a good job of allowing us both to speak and giving, like, asking me. And yeah.
do you know one of the main hallmarks of someone with ADHD is they're not good listeners because their brains are worrying and they do a lot of interrupting.
Oh,
And
that is not you.
well, I think it used to be when I was a young woman, my sister Heidi and dad, both both of them separate times told me they were a little alarmed by my interactions with other people because I wasn't paying attention to what the people were saying. And I don't know if I interrupted them, but it was just like anyway, it was ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
And so since then, so that, like, this is what I say, like, yeah, I talk about ADHD. It's not an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to, that's just because I'm talking about it doesn't mean I'm letting myself off the hook. Like that, I think self-reflection is really good because figure out the way your brain works and then you figure out how to hack it to succeed in society. So anyway, as I've been watching this, I'm like, I taught myself to stop interrupting, don't interrupt people, and listen intently to what they're saying. And don't be afraid of a little silence.
Mm-hmm.
Let them get it all out and hold on to what, it's okay. I don't need to, get out what I'm thinking, right? And that is a lot of us women are guilty of that. We do that. So anyway,
You also have raised and married someone who's slow to speak. Like, I know Dad, Zeke, and I all speak really slowly and like have spaces in between what we're saying because we're processing the way that we want it to come out. So that's probably, I think about that a lot when I'm talking to people. I'm like, they're probably like, just spit it out already, but I don't want to say something that I don't mean. And I'm super, maybe a little too cautious about, like, maybe I just need to let her rip more. But
you are unintentionally saying some really profound things.
hmm,
So you're a wise lady.
hmm,
That is so true. You know how many times I I have seen where we know dad is not going to say something unless he's got it, unless it's when he does say something, I'm like, that's true. You can absolutely go to the bank with whatever little thing he said because he wouldn't say it unless it was the truth. But I have watched people, if you don't have the patience to wait for that little nugget to come out, yeah, very often his little nuggets of wisdom get buried in all the so, so yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And Zeke does do the same thing. His engineer brain, he's really got a, and yes, I have learned too. I didn't know that you did that too. You're just plain out quiet. I didn't notice that you paused but they do. It takes them a while. But a lot of times the people like that, it is so worth being patient because
hmm,
like this, if I'm just patient and quiet, you like say something that is, it's very good. It's something that I needed to hear. So,
Well, we're all learning
so I'll shut
something.
my app.
We got a quick
Yeah,
breeze through our
favorites.
favorites.
I only have one this. I need to stop doing 3.
And I got this favorite, and I got this favorite. I'm gonna grab this favorite off the wall.
Then last week, I'm like, every time I reach over, my shirt pops up. I'm like, oh, good grief. Oh my gosh, podcasts will keep you humble, people. No, I only got one favorite. You go.
Okay, I'm gonna insert a picture of mine, but I was trying to right here.
Comment below.
I was trying to think of mine this morning, and then I was looking around. Anyways, I think something simple that can add to whatever space you have is putting a cute handle on any piece of furniture. Like on my bathroom cupboards, they're like not the cutest cupboards. We just need them for storage, but I put these cute handles from World Market on them, and it really makes them look like they're higher end or like more, I don't know. It makes them look like it's more of an intentional design, but it's really just like functional, and we need those cabinets, and they weren't very cute. And yeah, handles are so easy to put on and like replace and get new ones. It's such a simple little thing that I think adds a lot
I
to
love
a
it.
space.
Yeah, they do have some like at Hobby Lobby and a cute store downtown. They've got
Oh yeah.
etc. It's called. They've got cute little handles and Baraboo. I love that, and I know exactly what you're talking about. What piece of furniture, and I always compliment you on it. Here's my favorite. It came from one of my sellers after we closed on her home, and she was so generous.
Oh.
And she gave me this blanket, and you can get soft blankets anywhere, but this is
Is it a minky?
It's a minky.
Okay.
And I've had soft blankets. I've bought soft blankets for people, but I'm telling you, and I'm not a big like name brand person.
You're not.
No, I couldn't care less about name brands, but sometimes it's worth it. Minky, does that say couture? Yeah. And I mean, I don't have purple in my house, but I'm starting to I have this in my bedroom, and I'm like, I think maybe I'll go with purple because and I use it every night reading my book, and well, now it's going to be summer, so I won't be using it, but yeah, it's a stress relieving blanket.
Yeah.
So I was thinking this would be an amazing wedding gift.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So, or a baby gift, or something like that. So, well, we've come to an end again.
Yep.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, you guys are the best.
Yeah.
Seriously, the best.
It's been a ton of fun. Let us know in the comments what you're up to this week, and we'll be back.